It's absolutely insane to see it. Anyway, off the back of that, of course, Mr. B. Schaub had to reply. He had to make it known that he was the comedian, that he was going to have the epic burn. And the funny thing about it is that when they first went back and forth, what was it about? It was what did they argue about beforehand? I don't know what the argument was about. What did it start? Does people remember the first argument? But regardless of how it started, Brendan did probably win that one. Let's be fair to him. Brendan did dunk on Dana really well when he suggested that he was a, that they were flipping Eskimo brothers, which was a real low blow because I'm pretty sure Dana's married. Do you know what I mean? So that obviously kind of burned him really well. And he put that line in there about Dana would be teaching kickboxing at some gym or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was a really good burn. Brendan got him really good. But this reply or this response from Brendan to Dana was so weak. So bad, so bad. It probably did more damage than good. I swear on my life it did more damage than good. So this is Brendan Schaub taking an article, I guess, from one of the MMA news sites where they basically, quoted Dana White and what he said about the conspiracy theory about UFC 279. He says, fucking stupid. Takes a shot at Brendan Schaub. Brendan replies as follows, right? This is Brendan's reply to get back to what... And again, Dana didn't say much. He just said, that makes sense, right? That's like a good burn. We don't have to use that many words. But this is Brendan's attempt to get back at Dana. Oh God, here we go again. I've been nothing but cool and thought you'd learn from the last time you mentioned my name and got destroyed. Unfortunately, not surprised you're a bully. Not surprised, you'd be surprised. I get it. Good callback. Always have been. You put on a pair of designer jeans and some hip sneakers and think you're cool. Excuse me, are you describing yourself? Are you talking to a mirror? What's the deal with this? Why would this be the first thing you run to when you're insulting Dana White? Has anybody thought of Dana White to be like hip and trendy? Does anybody look at Dana White to be some sort of trend icon? No. He wears like tonal t-shirts, regular jeans, and expensive trainers. That's it. If anything, Brendan probably looks more like the person that wears designer jeans and hip sneakers than Dana White. Dana White just looks like every other Chad LA guy that's got money, right? Drives a nice car. They just wear pretty normcore clothes, have some loud trainers on, maybe a big flipping Audemars watch or something, and that's it. Brendan fucking peacocks all over. He's got the hat, he's got the haircut, he's got the glasses he stole from his wife, he's got the skinny jeans with the elastic at the bottom, the crazy sneakers, the ankle socks. Like, he absolutely peacocks all the way, every single place. So to accuse Dana White of being that is really weird. It continues. You're still a dork with a frat bro vocabulary. Honestly, Brendan is roasting himself. Brendan is roasting himself really well. You're a bro with a frat bro vocabulary. Amazing. I can't say vocabulary. The irony on that is not lost on me. Continues. Calling me and numerous people dummy and dumbass fucking idiot because we have questions about the chaos at the UFC 279. Nah, you can't insult Dana White, go back at him, and then try and get other people involved. No, but you're calling me and everybody else a dumbass. No. Just war him on your own. Don't get other people involved. Anyway, continue. Also, no one is talking about gate tickets. I was referring to... Why is he putting in asterisks and not quotation marks? Anyway, no one's talking about asterisk gate tickets. I was referring to pay-per-view buys and how the UFC 279 was trending. What does he know about... Anyway, this is all weird. Which you don't release to the public. So how do you know about this then if you don't release to the... I love Brendan's logic. I'm going to question the pay-per-views and the trending even though I don't got the information. Makes sense. But we'll say it went fucking great, bros. Sorry, we just don't buy what you're telling us after lying numerous times, but the sheep media you pick to attend events don't have the balls to call you out on it. Come on, man. That's unfair. They call him out all the time. He just doesn't give a fuck. The UFC doesn't give a fuck either. And if you keep asking, of course they'll ban you, but they get called out about fighter pay all the time. They get called out about the matchups, they get called out about the rankings, the lack of healthcare, but they don't care. That's what makes Dana White an arsehole. He gets There's plenty of footage of Dana White getting grilled about fighter pay, about some fighters said, oh, they were overdrawn on their bank account, and he just doesn't give a fuck. So people just stop asking after a while because you're going to be wasting your questions, isn't it? Like, what is he talking about? And if anything, what has he done on his platform to really ask the hard questions? Zero. He was just there, the other day about to flipping eat Laura Sanko's face if it was a fucking cheeseburger. What do you ask? Come on, what questions are you really asking? Jesus Christ. And also, this is weird. I felt like just the other day, Brendan was going out of his way to be like friends with Dana White again. He was complimenting him all the time, bigging him up, going out of his way to really be complimentary. And all of a sudden, he wants to go back to the Brendan of Fox era. He has to decide, like, pick a lane. Do you want to be Dana White's friend? Because he's rich and famous now, because that's what I think it was. Like, now that, they sold to ESPN, they got loads of money, Dana White's clearly not going anywhere anytime soon, the profile of the UFC's only got bigger and bigger, his kind of relationship with the UFC and relevance to it is sort of fading. You have to be a real kind of head to know even Brendan was involved and his whole history behind it. So maybe he's trying to get back in the good graces and also position himself next to the UFC. Or, another theory, didn't Brendan say recently that he wants meant to sign up with One Championship to be some sort of media figure for them? Maybe this is a way to kind of disparage the UFC and also shine light on maybe the One Championship thing that he's about to do. Who knows? Either way, redacted response, weird response. So far, the only line that I like of it that I thought was really good, maybe the opening line. Oh God, here we go again. That's pretty decent. But the rest of it is nonsense. Let's continue. Just in the recent press conference, you were caught lying about the extra compensation to fighters. You need a reality check. This is not news. Dana White lies. We know this. He lies all the time. How is this a burn? Okay, continue. You're surrounded by yes men. Aren't you too? Look around you, mate. Isn't BGL a flipping yes man? Isn't Chin a yes man? Isn't Brian Callen a fucking yes man? The biggest one of all. Come on, man. Yes man. If anything, everybody he's fired probably could be a no man, right? You'd imagine. Maybe not Chappelle, because he didn't get fired. I think he left. But Malik was someone that would push back. He got gadooshed. I forgot who the other guy is. The guy he was co-hosting the show with for a bit during the pandemic. He was somebody also that I thought would maybe push back behind the scene. He got gadooshed. Come on, man. Let's be real. Anyway, continue. You're not special. You're not original. That also could be applied to you, my friend. You're a low-budget Vince McMahon. That's a good line, actually. That might be the best line of the whole thing. Out of all this paragraph, the best line is you're a low-budget Vince McMahon. Every move you make is a copycat of that dude. Only thing you have in common is you're both on steroids and dressed like assholes. Come on with the dressing stuff. Yo, what does Dana White wear? Can we see Dana White outfits? Let me just type that in. Dana White outfits. Because I'm bemused why he keeps going after fucking his dress sense. I don't understand this. When Brendan dresses like a fucking adult hype beast. I don't get this stuff. Come on, look at this. It's all normal dad wear. Dana White, jeans, t-shirt, jeans, t-shirt, jeans, t-shirt, jeans, t-shirt, long sleeve, jeans, hoodie, t-shirt, 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 jeans, t-shirt. Like, what? This is the outfits he's going after. Like, regular, I'm into MMA, I lift weights, guy, Chad bro wear. Like, it's standard. Then you go and do this, and you do Brendan Schaub outfits, right? Let's see this. Look at the first picture. Look at the first picture that comes up when you type in Brendan Schaub outfits. Look at the first picture that fucking comes up. It's obviously not him, but come on, man. Come on. Come on. Like, look at all that. That's the first outfit you get, right? That legendary picture of that dude from New York wearing fucking, thigh-high Timberland boots, right? Then you got him sitting down with, what's his face? I forgot his name. Deontay Wilder, right? Wearing jeans, loafers with no socks. Then you got him wearing a sweatshirt, a short sleeve sweatshirt. Not even a sleeveless one, short sleeve. So you have to go to a shop and ask them, hey, do you have a hoodie? But it's short sleeve, right? Weird outfit. Wearing a bomber jacket. Wearing an Everlast tee, dressed as fucking Woody with his little pee-pee hanging out there. twinning with Chappelle. Like these are way more fruity outfits than anything you. And then again, these are not fruity; these are just regular adult hypebeast wear. And look at that, the fucking iconic picture of all. This man left his house with a Gucci side bag and a fucking fedora on an electric bike to go to do comedy fucking sets. This guy's into fashion allegedly. He's into fashion where you wear fucking side bags and a hat. Oh, let's continue. Oh, look, it's going backwards. I don't understand this infatuation that he's got with Dana White's outfits when his are way more fruity than anything Dana White's ever worn. Like, I don't understand this stuff. Like, look at this stuff. All of this. What is this? What is this world? Come on, man. Come on, look. Camel toe. Come on. What is this world we live in? Anyway, let's continue. Need I remind you, your origin story is a failed cardio kickboxing instructor who had two rich friends in high school who funded his business. Can't the same be said for you, Brendan? Come on, don't shoot yourself in the foot like this. People have suggested the only reason why you're successful is because of Brian Callen and Joe Rogan. Right? Maybe more so Joe Rogan, but Brian Callen did play a big role. If those two guys weren't in your life, where would you be, Brendan Schaub? Come on, you can't be doing this. You're giving people ammo to attack you too easily. That is something that could easily be fucking, turned back and flipping thrown back at you. Come on, dude, you gotta do better. That's a terrible way to come back at somebody. Now, anyway, continues. Now go make a quote unquote cool video with the Nelt Boys to stay relevant. Oh my days, you can't say that. You were just on Logan Paul. You were trying to be best friends with Logan Paul and he clearly did not give a fuck about you. That was honestly one of the most embarrassing interviews I've seen in my life. I felt bad for Brendan. I was really cringing for him. I was hurting. My soul was crying seeing Brendan have to suck up to these kids. They were kids. I think with the exception of that one dude, they're all under the age of 30 years old, I'm assuming. Multi-millionaires, really successful, but essentially in LA terms, they're kids because most of them don't have children anyway. They don't have, serious significant others, I don't think. Maybe, I'm not too sure. But, they get to run around LA, smashing Instagram influencers, driving fast cars, so they behave like kids. So they're just like living their life. And here's Brendan having to grovel to these guys to try to get them to take him seriously and to give his, help him promote his special. Come on, man. Logan Paul was looking at him like he was a absolute wallad and a waste, man. I felt so bad for the guy, man. I really did. So you can't be saying he's trying to be relevant when, why did you go on the fucking Logan Paul? Why did you go on Impulsive? Come on, man. And if anything, to be completely honest, let's be fair, as much as I dislike Dana White's business in terms of the UFC, his association with Nelk, his association with Barstool has probably made him a lot more likable than he was before. Because they don't get involved in the drama and all the, negative stuff about him and whatnot. They try to kind of, interview him just as a kind of a dude. And he comes across pretty reasonable. He's able to banter, have a good time, have some charisma about him. He actually comes across way better on their shows. And, we have to say, with the exception of what appearance did Brendan Schaub do for his special that was good? I can't think of one of the tours that he did. Maybe when he went on, Andrew Schultz's one. Maybe that was a good one. I'm not too sure. But I can't think of many on his whole promo tour for his special where you'd say, okay, cool, he came across really well there. They were all really bad. No, the only one he did well, I think, was the one he did with the guys from the show called Are You Garbage? That was a good one. I think he came across pretty decent on that one. But come on, man. Oh, let's continue anyway. Or have your PR team come up with a good press story to distract the fans away from the fighter pay and how you have to wear those awful Under Armour rock shoes and won't see a dime. Okay, that's a good thing, but again, you have to put that at the beginning. That's too far down. Quote-unquote dummy. P.S. Quit stealing my shows on Fig Boy Network and recreating it on Fight Pass, okay? Oh my days. Oh my days. Is Brendan Schaub saying Dana White's what's it called again? It's like a food, it's like a cheat show. What is it called? Dana White food. Let's see if I can find it here. What's it called? It's called something. That's it. Fuck It Fridays. He's trying to say that the UFC copied Fuck It Fridays from what? Food Truck Diaries. What? It's food. Everybody eats. And all these shows, there's no original one under the sun, mate. None. Even Food Truck Diaries. I'm sure there's a show out there that interviews people via the fucking proxy or via the template or via the fucking whatever it may be called platform of a fucking food truck. I'm sure they all existed before the Brendan show came around. Maybe he made it more popular, but that concept definitely existed. Food shows are 10 a penny, made it all over the world. Imagine all the food shows that exist all around the world in all the different countries. Right, someone making like a dinner dives and drives in, or sorry, dinner was it diner drive-ins and dives, whatever it's called, but they made it in fucking Croatia. There's many of them that exist. Like, what the hell is this? This is unless it's another show that I'm missing out on. But if he thinks this, and again, this one, let's be fair to Dana White also. This show, Fuck It Fridays, probably has a lot more kind of meat to it because it looks like by all impressions that Dana White works out a bunch and does a lot of roids, right? But he works out a bunch. So I'd imagine his diet is probably quite in check Monday to Friday or whenever, right? You know, on a 7-day basis, he probably keeps his diet quite tight. And when he says fuck it Friday, he means it. Like, I'm actually going to eat stuff that I don't ever eat because my diet's usually quite solid. So it must be way more fun to watch him gorge on this terrible food whilst talking about UFC shit than it must be watching Brendan eat the 17th burger he's eaten in that fucking week. This is way more compelling. Even though I would never watch it, I would understand why this is more successful. But this idea that they took this from Thick Boy Studios is like, excuse me? Excuse me? Like, what? Come on, bruv. You don't even have that many shows on your network. What do you have? Is a Fire the Kid part of Thick Boy? I don't know. What do they have on there? Is it King of the Sting? Cats After Dark? Food Truck Diaries, Schaub Show, but they're not really like concepts. They're just podcasts. Like, I don't know. I don't get this stuff. Fucking bizarre way to go about it. But again, you know, that's B Schaub for you, innit? So, in my opinion, that was maybe one of the worst replies and comebacks I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I have to say, one of the worst. One of the worst. One of the worst. Has to be one of the worst. Dana won that by a fucking landslide, and he didn't have to even say too many words. He just said, that makes sense. That matches up. Oh, yeah, noted. Okay, cool. Oh, really? Ha ha ha. Whatever he said. And then he just dropped the mic. That's it. He didn't even drop the mic. He placed the mic back down on the table. He owns the microphone. He could have dashed it over the back of his head. He could have flipping stuffed it down his trousers, flipping Paulo Costa style. No, he just placed it on the table. That was enough. I'm done. What more can I say? And here's Dana, here's fucking Brendan writing fucking essays. Who wants to bet? Who wants to bet that Brendan sent that fucking caption to BGL to proofread? That caption had hints of BGL. Because you know BGL likes to fucking go in his fucking coke-fueled reply fucking essay stuff that he does to people. Which I never understand. He's fucking there trying to sound like a pseudo-intellectual, right? I think that has some sprinkling, some cocaine sprinklings of BGL giving it the once over. It was way too wordy. It rambled. It went here. It went there. There was a couple of good lines here, but it wasn't framed well. It was just terrible. Whereas Brendan's first one that he did, where he attacked Dana and whatever, that whole you know, what's it called? That whole Eskimo Brothers rant. That was very well kind of laid out. Good opening, good middle, and a smashing end. This one felt a little bit haphazard, a little bit all over the place. But yeah, in general though, to be fair, I have to be honest, I think we all got played. I think we all got played. Every single one of us got played. Because I think my theory, my conspiracy theory is Brendan latched onto this conspiracy theory in an effort to promote his stuff, his whole Thick Boy empire. Because, you know, if you look at some things on the Fire and the Kids subreddit, you know, subscriber counts, view counts, there's a theory out there that the numbers are now starting to plateau. It's starting to, you know, he's starting to feel the effects of all this sort of bad reputation he has online and whatnot. And he's obviously not gaining any new fans, or a lot of new fans, as you probably should, considering his, you know, his profile and, you know, his friends and whatnot. He's not really gaining as many new fans as he probably should, and he's now starting to feel the effects of it, which is why he's now starting to become a little bit more social media open, like, you know, willing to do like the thumbnails. He's always got a channel that he's doing now, and he's just getting involved in a lot of the drama that he probably wouldn't have done before, leaning into the jokes online a little bit, taking a piss out of himself to an extent. I think this was all part of the plan. He wanted to jump on that conspiracy theory. He wanted to echo those thoughts. So whoever had said it, Pat Miletich or whoever did say it, because he knew Dana White doesn't like him anyway, He knew Dana would bite, and then they had this back and forth. That's my theory. I think this is all a ploy, and we've all played into it. Yeah, someone says here, conspiracy. What's that? Conspiraception. Definitely conspiraception. This is a conspiracy within a conspiracy within a conspiracy within a conspiracy. It just keeps going on and on and on. It's a universe collapsing onto itself, my friend. Honestly, Elon Musk shit. I swear to God, this is what it is. So I think we all lost. I lost brain cells. I got a bit hyped. I put a bit of a sweat on. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I provide some entertainment for you guys, but I think in general, we all got played like an absolute fiddle. Because I think this is all part of a ploy to essentially get himself back in the headlines. And guess what? It fucking worked. It worked, mate. It absolutely worked. We know it did. It bloody worked.